Oh, hello. How's it going? That's why. I left it in a different place than I remembered. Of course, that's a thing that I do. Ugh, that's a thing. It's supposed to be cold all week. So basically, we're frozen for a week. How deep's your snow? I think we got about 2 feet. It's it's knee deep. Trudging. Brrr. Okay, week checkup, Colette. That's what we should do. I should make a weekly checklist to see what we got. Let's see, this week. I always put more things on my plate so that I have plenty to do. So I never get it all done. That's fine. But I don't remember what I had last week. That's why I'm going to write it down this week. But I did get the big topaz ready for the DOP. So I made progress with that. Didn't make any progress with the air freshener though. Not sure why. Probably too much video game and thinking. Seem to do a lot of resting. A lot of shoveling and sleeping. I did some work for a couple of people. Taekwondo. Let's see. Did a lot of planning for a couple of upcoming jobs. Huh. Project coordination. Okay. So this week I want to get one side of the 5 carat weight topaz done. Film one clip. I kept putting that off. I was at Walmart like twice, but it was dark out. And then I was at Walmart another time, but there was lots and lots of people and I chickened out. So that was a failure. The nice thing is we're reviewing it learning from it, and growing from it, which is turning the failure into a victory. It's a progress moment. So we're going to film one clip. Let's see. Add one vid to car channel. We can do that. Air freshener test. Air freshener new schematic. Because I kind of forgot where we were with that. Container. Gotta finish the math for that container. Uh, hmm. And write one episode and consolidate 20-minute set. Right. So that gives me a basic frame for the week beyond my standard stuff. So that's keeping me responsible for progressing other things. And I do have that laid out. I think this is cool. Let's see, that one didn't update. That comment film a clip about what? What? Yeah. That was funny. So funny. Uh, Jake the Pete's guy getting kicked out of Walmart. Wonder if I should wear a hat during the clips. Because you'll be able to see my face just fine. So there's two funny comedians that I was looking at in terms of their TikToks and what goes off and that was forced. There's no happiness in comedy, Colette. There's no happiness in comedy, only despair. Trying to decide if I should crescendo forwards or backwards. The happiness is for the people. It's a sacrifice. The jokes make me laugh. Sharing them is work. But it's for the people. It's the Lord's work. Right? Here's why. One of the people is a local comedian. Probably the most successful local comedian. He's got a dry bar comedy special. And he's got like specially filmed for another channel with a few 100,000 subscribers. Um, He's a really funny guy. I had him on one of my shows. Uh, and he's got a clip. It's up to 7 million views on TikTok. A lot of them get about 500 to 5,000 views, but he's got one up about 7 million views. How to pick the best cat litter. And he says his wife sent him to pick up some cat litter from the store, and he doesn't know what to get. So he decided he's going to pick the one with the happiest cat on the box. And he goes to each box and describes the cat on each box and how happy that, this one looks like he's got diabetes because that cat kind of looked like Wilford Brimley. And it was a great clip, It's how to cat. The other one is a comedian that he's not a real famous comedian, but he's a successful comedian. I talk about him. It's the Tom Kelly guy, right? New York comedian, right? He's got his TikTok channel. His most popular video is up not 7 million, but 9.5 million views. His video is how to be a good boyfriend. And the video is where he took a clip and he copied, he added an answer. So the clip is a girl asks a guy, "Would you break up with me to save my life?" Or would you kiss your ex to save my life? And then Tom said, First I would break up with you, making you my ex. Then I would kiss you, therefore saving your life." And that got, so many shares. And people send it to their, significant other on Valentine's Day, that kind of stuff. So there's a how-to commonality in those videos. There's a comedy sense in the videos. So that's a commonality. Back to my point. Colette, both of those people, both of the two of them, have expressed to me personally how depressed they are. The one guy hasn't been eating. He's lost like 50 pounds. Maybe the other guy needs to be more depressed. He talks about losing weight too, but he talks about putting on weight, so it's a catch 22 pounds or so of, butter. Um, and to make it worse, I remember Jeff Foxworthy in an interview talking about his sitcom and how Roseanne had one of the most successful sitcoms at the time, and she was pissed off and angry and yelling and throwing things, and he's like, if having a sitcom doesn't make you happy, then what will? Robin Williams killed himself. I mean, comedy is depressing. But that's for the creator of it. And people talk about it. Is it the high and the low of the ha? And then people talk about how it's like heroin or something, the dopamine that you get from a good joke, right? All leggedly, no arms. And kabang. Um, that like there's one of the local comedians. He's a fiery upstart. He just turned 30, and he's hitting it hard. He's producing shows. He's posting regularly. Travels. Uh, he's doing the work, and that's great. But it's not paying off like his bills yet, and he's gonna get there. He'll get there. I believe in him. He's got a future in it. But me, I'm not that into performing on stage. It's stressful. I kind of like it when I have a new joke, but all right, here's the thing is that I tell my jokes on a couple of stages and then I'm done with them. And they're not exciting. They're not new anymore. They're not cutting edge. It's not something brand new that it's not special between me and this audience. But I do have some pretty good jokes I've laid out there maybe 10 times, maybe maybe a dozen times. I've told the same joke couple of them. Yeah, I think I've done that underwear joke probably like 10 times. It's great. Crowds love it. Why not? Oh, I'll have to do that. So here's where I'm going with this, Colette, is I've got all these jokes and I forget about them, right? Because I'm moving on to the next one, and then I'll go back through my notes and I'm like, oh, that was a good one. I should do that joke again. I'm hoping that organizing this 20-minute special will help me get some of my better jokes in a pile, and I'll be excited because the set will work so well. I'll want to share it. So maybe I'll do a little traveling. I don't know. I need to get a better film of myself so that I can be like, hey, book me or put clips up. But then it goes back to the thing I was saying earlier. Do I really want people to book me? I don't know. I never really got into the performing the jokes, but then again, it is kind of fun. It is fun. What else am I gonna do, right? I do love writing the joke. Didn't I write another joke already? Oh, yeah. Somebody asked me if I like pineapple. I said I love pineapple, where I eat a little pie and then I take a little napple. Fresh jokes, brand new every week. And who doesn't love a little pineapple? I mean, the pie alone, but also you gotta have the apple. Thanks. The first one of the week is always like it's a simple one. I'm grasping for something. I want to have content. I only had 7 jokes this week. We need more content. A little napple. And the pie. Let's see, where were we? Equals 9 times 8.5 twice. Yeah, that's a lot of sheets, isn't it? That's like 10 sheets down, 20, 30, and the rest. We're talking about, we should probably do the floor too. I mean, that just makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, we're looking at insulating a shipping container and using some foam board. Probably about $1,000. Yeah, speaking of Naples, it's really cold outside. So make sure you bundle up. Okay. So, we'll give that feller a call for too long. Give him a chance to get up. Hmm. Rebate. Well, hey, what did you think of the gem? I really like this one. It's so shiny. It's a nice blue color. It's light, it's white, but it's got a bluishness. And I got this one, which needs a polish to bring it up to that level of shininess. It's got like a brown zone up in the corner that kind of colors the rest of the gem. Bling. And then I got a piece of rose quartz working on. It's kind of a circle with a square in it. Need to polish it up. Okay. Yes, both topaz. That is correct. One of them's really old. Been there a long time. Hey, thanks for saying that I flowed really well on my jokes. Because I thought that went pretty well. I mean, I had just a whole bunch of one-liners, and I'm trying to be able to just naturally pull that out. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying about organizing my 20-minute set. It always goes better when I organize it ahead of time. What I do before the show, I get in there, I have an idea of some of the jokes I'm gonna do. I got my new stuff, got my old stuff. I'm just going there. I go there, I see what the place looks like, I see what the audience looks like. I'm like, all right, give me a corner and a drink, not an alcoholic one, just something to sip on. Sitting there, write my set out. I reorganize it. I write it out detailed. I go over it in my head. I write it out. No details, just the basic bam, bam, bam notes. That's what I hold in my hand. And then I think about it. I go back over it. I get up there. It's not exactly what I was thinking, but it's close enough. And the preparation of the over and over works out so much better than if I just like write it and then go. Or if I'm just like trying to flip through my note. No, that doesn't work out. So I'm trying to work on that. And the other one's light yellow. Yeah, it's some pretty nice stuff. Okay, let's talk to this guy about his cows. We're gonna go feed the cows. And then what we're gonna do is start the day. I'm excited about this piece of iolite, Colette. I got a lot of this iolite and it's dark. And it's full of cracks and clouds. But this piece is big. And I've had this at least 2 years, maybe 4 years. That I've had this piece of iolite and haven't done anything with it. Like 4 years ago, I started on it and it sat there in the cut box. Didn't know what to do with it. If you go back to where I was showing it under the microscope cam, it's got marble on one side and it's got the chip out on the other side. And to make it worse, it's got a deep divot in the back. So if I cut it real thin, there won't be anything, or I could have two pieces, which might get smaller. So what I did is I took a chance on cutting out that grind, that chip out. It worked. And I smoothed over the back where that divot is. That worked. We still got plenty to work with. I left the marbling cloud in one side, but I am actually going to take that down a little bit because there's a lot of it. And also, the neat thing is, when it's wide, it's the right way. If I turn it so that it's thin, that's not the right way to cut this stone. It'd be white and blue. But if I cut it so it's wide, like I want to, it'll be blue and dark blue. Because the white's like a dirty, like dingy. It's like a dinginess. And there are areas where it's like, it looks nice and presentable, but the dinginess, it looks, I don't know. It's not like, oh, look at that. It's like, ew, look at that. But the blue and the dark blue, that's like, ooh. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. see. Looks purple. It had a cloud in it, that's right. Okay, do I have all the audio going? Alright, okay. I thought it was a pretty good show. I mean, other than the lack of audience, the fact that I went late, live late by 10 minutes, that was also a failure. But good things can't be rushed. I just got that thing in the side of the head with the wrong gun. How'd she get a riot shotgun?
My wounds are getting worse.
Man, it's so pretty. Well, that happened. Maybe next, well, I don't know. I was gonna say we could feature the Adventurine, but because I like it, but I think I should wait to feature that. That'll be like a backup gem that we can feature any old time. Here we are. The doping box. Stones for the dop.
We pass like moonlight on still water.
Oh, this is how we came in here, huh? They get up there, you know? It's like brew.
been some time since I visited the dead horses. Our tribes don't have much contact with each other.
Oh, that's interesting that you say that it looks purple. Because it's called iolite. And the reason it's called iolite is because it's like some sort of translation of the word violet. Yeah, we were already in here, okay. Look purple under the microscope cam, too. Yeah, my chats are broke. The pale green one? Yeah, like I say, Colette, that Praenite, man, that's great stuff. And I have not seen any Praenite like that in a long time. It was a long time before I got any, and I haven't seen any since. It was only there for a little bit, and I knew it. Because I see other Praenites. I see Praenite on minerals.net. And this looks like the good stuff. It's got that neon, that love green. Now I've got some paler, greener stuff too. Like that piece that we're talking about. It does have a paler greenliness to it than some of the, like, the jelly bean Praenite that I cut. It's my favorite. But then, take that piece of Praenite that I featured like a month ago.
Zion used to be a place
That
of
thing
peace.
has got
Then
flare
they
in
said
the
it was holy
facets.
in the eyes of the Father.
Praenite usually isn't that
You
clean.
will see it as it was.
Usually you can't facet Praenite like that. But it faceted great. Alright, where's Hat Guy? There he is. Hey, Hat Dude. Do you have anything I need?
If something of mine will help you, take it. I hope you would do the same for me.
I guess I should probably give that to Dude. You can keep the rest of it.
Good job getting those supplies to Daniel. If you were a dead horse, you'd get a tattoo for that.
Ah. So, you have an obsession with civilization, huh?
Let me tell you a story. When I was a boy, a man came through the valley with one of the caravans. Tall man, big mustache, carried a guitar. I asked what he did for his living, and the interpreter told me he was a singer. What is that? I asked. The man explained that he went from place to place and sang for people, who gave him food and shelter and care in return. I couldn't believe that there was a place in this world where a man could do that. I promised myself then that one day I'd explore that world myself.
What does Joshua think about that? I think I know that guy.
Is it? I always heard it was rather large outside the valley. Well, wherever he is, I hope he's well.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool guy. What's Joshua think about this?
I haven't told him yet. Never had the Growmiez.
I could talk to him for you about it.
You'd do that? Sure. Sounds smart to me. He might not get so mad at you.
Man, that spectralite really worked out, didn't it? I mean, that stuff's so cool. Ooh, that's my new goal. We gotta add another goal. Colette. Sending you some spectralite. You have any Labradorite? Yeah. Do you have any Labradorite? I'm gonna send you some spectralite. Oh, we've got some in the box here. All right.
Mostly it's the mountain bighorners.
Yes.
Whole herd of them up on the cliffs there. Usually they're not too aggressive, but lately, whew. My guess is one of the calves got lost somewhere along the way. Bighorners are communal. One missing calf, and the whole herd gets ornery. If that calf doesn't turn up soon, they might very well come down into the valley and attack the camp.
Maybe I can help.
Yeah? Hey, thanks. Most of the hunters don't listen when I tell them the problem. Just one thing. Try not to kill any bighorners if you can, yeah? You'll drive the herd off and we'll have to range farther on our hunts.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too, man. I've been trying to stay away from them. So what do you think I should do?
You might try luring the baby out with some banana yucca. These bighorners go crazy for the stuff.
Okay, I'll give it a doing.
That's great. I'll help any way I can.
Yep, that's what I was saying, Colette. Gotta use the banana yucky fruit. That's honey mesquite pod. Maybe they got got some in a bag. I was thinking it'd tell me where to get. Guys, you guys need to learn to share. I don't even know which plant grows the banana yucky fruit. I might even have some in my inventory. Oh, I do. Okay. Skizor. Still packed. Gonna have to come over there and unpack them.
As you wish.
There it is. Oh, no, I'm over and undered. We might have to give him a few bananas. Okay, yeah, it follows me for a little while. And then I have to feed it another one. Where'd the baby go? That baby run off? Yep, it did. Yep, I did. You're right. Not sure which one of these is the mom, though. Yeah, none of those are the mom. Maybe it tells us on the map which one is the one. Then I don't have to run up to them. Okay, it's over there. But we have to take the long way around. We're out of fruit. Maybe we got one more. Keep or return? Return. Oh.
Daniel
All right, then.
says that most people outside the valley do not keep to the Father's words. Perhaps when you leave, you will carry his word with you. I walk in.
So yeah, we did get some banana fruit. You were right about that. It's a good thing we picked some more though, right? Now all the cows are alive and happy. And we can talk to Hat Guy.
What can I tell you?
Everything's good. Didn't kill any bighorners either.
Whew, glad to hear it. That'll be some happy mama, huh? Thank you. Really, it means a lot to me.
Ooh. Tell me more about Joshua Graham Crackers, the Marshmallow Man.
He's been the chief of our tribe since he came back to the valley. He went off to the civilized world years ago to fight a war. That didn't go well.
Did he fight over the dam?
I don't know. He doesn't talk about it much. Maybe. But how can two civilized tribes fight over something as small as a dam?
Oh, it's bigger than some of the mountains.
Really? That's... my gods. Must be some mighty civilized folks who built that.
Yeah.
Now you sound like Joshua. He always tells me that tribal life is better. That I should stay here and forget the outside world. Ask away. Go with fortune, friend.
So what should we do, Colette? Should we tell him to stick around with the tribe, or should we tell him to set off and see the big city? Oh, now I'm loaded down. Big city. Alright, we'll do that. Man, this thing is strong.
Yield! I have no more bullets.
Man, I'm too fast.
I have no more bullets. Daniel says that most people outside the valley do not keep to the Father's ways. Perhaps when you keep on me.
Or like 9 times point blank.
I can't keep up this pace. I will not leave my... Pleasant place. I've woken up. that is over.
Marshmallow Man.
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
Follows Chalk said something about the big city.
I thought he might. It's been some time since I've visited civilized places. I don't have fond memories of them. But I have always seen these places from the outside. I'd rather not influence him more than I already do. Why don't you talk to him?
Okay.
Whatever you tell him, I'm sure it will be fine. It's still his choice to make. I just want him to make it without looking to me for approval. He's a man. He can make his own decisions.
Alright, what about this salt guy?
He's a butcher. Believe me, I know the godless fire that burns in his heart. I've been burned by it myself. He's not the kind to let his subordinates do all the killing. No, he likes to have a hand in it, with that spear of his. He's fashioned himself an abomination before the eyes of the Lord. I'm happy to serve as an instrument of divine justice.
Let's ask him some personal questions. How do you manscape, and do you use the latest ball soap?
It's not something I enjoy, but I pray to God that someone may learn from my mistakes. What would you like to know?
Are you in much pain? Is there anything I can do to help?
You are kind to offer, but no, there's nothing you can do. We don't use candles, but I learned long ago that I'm immune to their effects. It never stops burning. My skin. Every day I have to unwind the bandages and replace them with fresh ones. Exposing my body to the air is like living through it again. But it's better to be clean than comfortable.
You run the show around here?
I wouldn't say that. I am the acting war chief for the Dead Horses. They look up to me for such matters, but I only have the authority they give me. Daniel is the spiritual leader and main link of the new Canaanites to the Sorrows. He's up in the Narrows right now.
So which courier were you expecting? The guy about the Lonesome Road one?
Caesar would never admit this openly, but he knows that I'm alive. I've killed enough of his Frumentari and assassins that have come looking. I've heard one of them travels the Mojave as a courier. Most of Caesar's agents meet a fitting end in NCR territory, but maybe this one survived.
Okay. Want to trade stuff?
Yes, take a look.
I guess we'll go ahead and get the fancy stuff too. That's a lot of 12 gauge slugs. Nothing like abundance. Because we're about to finish this area, and it's so it's so funny, isn't it? We're about to finish this area, so we'll be done with this zone. Let's see that thing, all of those. 7 of them. Those. 4 of those. 8 of... Wait a minute. That's pretty valuable. I'm gonna use a couple of them. Just wait. We gotta repair our laser rifle, huh? That works.
God be with you.
I wish you could have met me someday. Who would laugh on that?
Alright, bro.
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
Why do you want to leave so bad?
There's an old saying that goes, if you want peace, get ready for war. You've got me figured half right. I'll shoot dead any white leg that tries to creep into this camp. But it's only to protect the Sorrows. The Lord helps those who help themselves. But the Sorrows don't know how. Joshua and I do. Since I got them into this mess, I need to get them out.
It's a lot of responsibility.
The new Canaanites interfered in their lives. We did that. And we've done it before, with others. Always with good intentions, but things go wrong. When that happens, we can't just abandon them. Let them die at the hands of New Canaan's enemies.
Well, why not help them fight?
Joshua doesn't just want to fight the White Legs, he wants to annihilate them. The stakes are too high for their tribe. Hurting them won't dissuade them. If they can't join Caesar's Legion, they'll die out in a generation. They've never learned how to survive. Food preservation, tanning, even basic hunting and cooking seem beyond them. They only survive by scavenging and raiding. That can't last. They'll only stop if Joshua and the dead horses can kill their war chief and their entire war band. That's exactly what he intends to do.
Yeah, it looks cool. It is cool. It really is. This is my favorite DLC for this game, and one of my favorite video game portions to play in is this Honest Hearts. It's like, yeah, it's so, like, the main game, there's so much, but this is simple enough. I can do it in a day, you know? Like, if we sat down in the morning, we could do this whole story in like 4 hours and do everything, you know? We could talk to everybody there is to talk to, all that stuff. So he just said that they're never gonna stop, and we gotta get rid of them. So I guess that's what we gotta do. What do you know of these white-leggeds?
They're hateful savages who live only to plunder and destroy. Their leader is a devil called Salt Upon Wounds. War is all he knows. Everything he has, everything that tribe has, was taken by force, raiding, and scavenging. It's said there's no man deadlier at close range. That power fist of his has smashed 100 skulls. Maybe that's true, but so what? It's a low form of leadership. A tribe that knows only war has no future. And so he'll lead them to Caesar.
Oh yeah, something about Caesar winds up wiping them out anyways. Because they weren't trainable. Okay, I got you the map.
I appreciate it. Well, that's it. This is all we need. Now all that's left is to quietly pack up and try to get out of here without being noticed. That's assuming that Joshua won't try to stop me. And that he hasn't talked you into fighting the Whitelegs despite what I've said. Don't worry, I don't hold it against you. You're an outsider. Fighting seems like the practical solution. I'll tell you again. There's more at stake.
Okay. And that's a lot of experience. Yeah, we're not gonna leave.
No. Why? Why?
Because of what you said, dude.
Enough of what's going on here to see that the Sorrows don't need to butcher the Whitelegs for a piece of land? What Joshua wants is more than an attack. He wants a slaughter. And he needs more than you and the dead horses to do it. The Sorrows can't be pushed into this. You and Joshua don't have the right to force them into it. Please, consider what I'm saying.
It's not about fighting over a piece of land, it's about fighting over a peace of mind.
I've already explained to them that we're leaving. They've accepted it. What is Joshua going to tell them about being a warrior? What are you going to tell them about how to live with themselves after they got lost in the moment, killed someone who didn't deserve to die? Or does that not matter? Is that just an acceptable consequence if it means holding on to this valley? Maybe there is no place left in this world for mercy. But even if it tramples me into the dust, I will never accept it. And I will never condone it. Joshua must be waiting for me. I'll stay here with the others as I told them I would.
Thank you for this. I know Daniel doesn't approve, but destroying the Whitelegs is the only way to ensure the Sorrows can remain in Zion. You and I will lead a group of Dead Horse warriors and Sorrows hunters into 3 Marys from this position. Our objective is to find the Whitelegs leader, Salt Upon Wounds, and prevent him from fleeing. Show no quarter to the Whitelegs we come across. Make no mistake about why we are here. This is an extermination. God be with you.
Ah, yeah, we got the apparel.
No thanks.
You suck. You heard me. That's a lot of weight. He's just looking at me. Computers. Just lights on a screen, you know? I mean, we can always get another radiation suit, I guess. How much buff out do we have? 11. Really, this thing's weighing us down, isn't it? But I wanted to take that one. Ooh, gee whiz. Barely even use this thing. There we go. just in case. Yeah, the only thing I'd really like to carry with is the rifle. But that's alright. We don't use it anyway. This thing's so busted, though. Oh, there he is. It's pretty, especially when the sun's out. You see the fish. This game is so boring if you're not running through it like I am. This is what it's like, just a little bit more than this. For the whole game. I'm sightseeing. I want to drive a car.
Die where you stand!
Somebody's got some anger issues. I know, right? That is so slow. How far behind am I on your comments? Like 3 minutes?
Sorry, that's not going to happen. Sorry, that's not going to happen. What's the point? It's the only way I know. Fine, if that's your style, naturally.
Good.
Katubio, Nayu. We're Nagigwi.
What was that all about? A way to get around the animation?
This is taking too long. We can't let salt upon wounds escape. We're going to find a way around. God willing, we will finish this together.
A French potato. Great. He just loaded me down and then left. Thanks a lot. Did I tell him that he's a jerk? And loud, yeah. I guess it was a way to get around the animation of showing the rocks falling. Right in the booty. Got him. Alright, we're gonna start buffing out. Okay, that is the other side. What's the temperature where you are? Around here it's like negative something. Negative single digits. So everything's pretty much frozen to a stop. I think we talked about that, didn't we? Or did we? Okay, so there's the other side of that collapse. Oh, the buff out wore off. Baloney. Oop. That was a thing. Thought I saw something in there. Kind of sour about not getting them 3 grenades. You know? Whatever. Well, that's not too bad. That's I can live with that. Everything's just like it's got freezer burn on it. It's harsh out there right now, and it's like gonna be that way for a week. Everything will melt in about a week from now. They're lined up. We gotta use an automatic weapon. It said it was an auto pistol. Meh. Not sure about that one. Any caps lately?
You can nikumpa me.
That's not good. I knew that was gonna happen too. Guess I forgot to do that part. Okay, the star caps. We don't need to find them because we did actually get the 50 of them. And we got the prize. And we didn't bring it with. Which... there's a reason, and then there's also a reason I wish I would have brought it. The reason is because you only get to shoot 2 bullets with it, and then you gotta reload. But those are 2 very powerful bullets, and they would help us get...
We warned you at Syracuse, and you persisted. You took advantage of us at New Canaan to drive us out. And like the dogs of Caesar you are, you followed us to Zion. And now you stand on holy ground, a temple to God's glory on earth. The only use for an animal in our temple is sacrifice. Kale wachene conserva o.
This guy's a nut
You
bar.
understand me, don't you? Don't you?
Outman. Kunaman mad. He killed all white legs. You talk. You stop.
Yeah, because that was the other thing, is like, I was like, well, why don't we talk to him first? But there's only 2 stories that at the end of it, pre-recorded stories.
Him hear you. You talk.
Don't
Always
listen
go
to
for the
this
dialogue
thing.
options.
His cries are those of a mad beast caught in a thicket. He gave no mercy to my family, and I will give none to his.
Aw, I'm not gonna do that.
He never had any dignity to begin with. None of them did. But for your sake, for the sorrow's sake, I'll let him die on his feet. Stand up and look at what's come for you. It's the same end he would have met if he had died on his knees. But I suppose this was for the sake of the dead horses and sorrows. Still, thanks to your help and the grace of God, the Whitelegs won't be troubling Zion anymore. Let's go find Daniel. Tomorrow we'll be here soon enough, and there is much to do.
Yeah, if we're gonna do Big Mountain, we're gonna want this one. Yep. Plus 25% chance critical hits against robots. We'll be freezing everybody.
And so it was that the conflict between the New Canaanites and the Whitelegs was finally resolved. The courier's involvement had tipped the scale, shifting the fragile balance of power.
Despite their defeat at Three Marys and the death of their war chief, the Whitelegs were determined to pursue the other New Canaanites. But when they finally tracked down their prey in Colorado, they discovered the tables had been turned. The Whitelegs who survived the New Canaanites' ambushes were hunted down by dead horses before they could reach the safety of the Great Salt Lake. When word of the Whitelegs' diminished numbers reached the 80s tribe, war was declared, and by year's end, the Whitelegs had been wiped out.
The Sorrows fought beside Joshua Graham and the dead horses, eradicating the threat the Whitelegs posed to Zion. When the courier and Joshua Graham felled Salt upon Wounds, their victory was celebrated with a great feast. The Sorrows' transformation from a peaceful, timid tribe into a proud and warlike people broke Daniel's heart. He tried to take solace in the knowledge that they would remain in Zion, but it was a small comfort. The Sorrows' innocence was lost.
Having helped eradicate the Whitelegs from Zion, the dead horses returned to Dead Horse Point in triumph. They remained neutral toward the Sorrows, but as years went on, there were periods of competitive friction, even violence between the tribes. The New Canaanites, Daniel especially, intervened regularly as mediators, but found it difficult to reconcile the tribes' conflicts.
The defeat of the Whitelegs in Zion marked a turning point in the fortunes of the Happy Trails Caravan Company. Every 2 months, the caravan met with the New Canaanites in Zion Valley to trade. Happy Trails soon returned to prosperity. The vigilance of the Sorrows and dead horses in defending southwestern Utah, initially startling to Happy Trails caravans, soon proved a blessing. The tribes united against the 80s, driving them back from Highway 50, and thus opening yet another trading route for Happy Trails caravans.
Waking Cloud turned bitter and resentful toward Daniel and the New Canaanites when she learned her husband's death had been concealed from her. She poisoned some of her tribe against New Canaanite teachings, making relations between the groups difficult from time to time.
Though the courier had stopped Joshua Graham from executing Salt upon Wounds, the war chief still fell in battle. The Whitelegs defeated at Three Marys. Joshua led the Sorrows and dead horses in tending to their comrades and burning the corpses of their foes. He continued to advocate militant opposition to the enemies of New Canaan and showed little quarter to those he fought. And yet he was changed. He no longer reveled in the brutality and cruelty for which he had been known in his former life. His inner demons, if not extinguished, were at the least appeased.
For years after the defeat of the Whitelegs, Daniel did his best to minister to the Sorrows' spiritual needs. Try as he might, he could not hold back the tribe's increasing militancy and reverence of Joshua Graham. Demoralized, he returned to his family and Dead Horse Point. His failures haunted him for the rest of his days.
And with that, the courier walked out of the history of the tribes of Zion and back to the gathering storm of the Mojave Wasteland.
That's it. Yeah, I guess we can't go back there, right? Oh, that part of it is. I think we're... Yeah, I guess we can. Must have forged a path or something. I don't know, we are so weighed down right now. It's ridiculous. And it's all special stuff, too. There we are, back to this boring stuff. I guess we can't go back there. I didn't think we could. But there's nothing there. Just a bunch of nice scenery and things to look at. Let's see, where should I go before we close this one off? Yeah, then we can unload some stuff. Figure out what we're gonna use and go get our buddies back. We'll go get Eddie. Maybe we'll do the big mountain part. But we'll do that on the next stream. I'm gonna make some phone calls and do a little paperwork. And maybe I'll update the church website. Might go live if I do that. Gonna try and put this topaz on the top, and then we'll do the air freshener and the jokes. Maybe I can make it in town and film something. We're gonna try and get at least some of that done. Good luck.